Hare Krishna. So, do you remember what we discussed in our last class? Any points? What was the discussion on about? Difference between what we discussed?
योगा एंड बॉडी बिल्डिंग.
ठीक है, तो पहले देखा था. Then we discussed this point, right? Yoga for beginners. So beginners means they have to work. They cannot renounce everything. So Arjuna doesn't want to fight. He wants to fight or doesn't want to fight? He doesn't want to fight. What he told? He doesn't want to fight. I will renounce everything, and I will go to forest. So that's why Krishna told that you cannot renounce everything. You have to fight. Fight means action. For the beginners, they cannot leave action. If they leave action, then what happens? They cannot maintain for long time. If someone says, ये पूरा दुनिया बहुत परेशान हो रहा है, मैं छोड़ के सब हिमालय जाता हूँ. So with that frustration, he is going and he tries to do meditation. What will come in that meditation? Peace. That frustration he is going, the same frustration only will come. He is not completely purified. So in those people, the action is required. Like those who comes in bhakti also, for them the service is recommended. So hands, and because they have so much passion, right? बहुत ताकत है, they want to do something. They cannot sit peacefully and chant also. हम रोज इधर 2 घंटे जप करते, एक जगह में बैठ के 16 माला करते, but मुश्किल है, because they have so much passion. The mind doesn't allow. So today we are going to discuss about the mind. So the mind doesn't allow. They want to roam here, there, take the chanting bit and roam whole temple. Because sitting is very difficult. Yoga means they have to sit for how much time? Days, months. They sit in one position like this. There should not be like aisa bhi nahi. Sida. If someone sits straight, then their whole digestion, everything will become proper. Blood circulation will be good. This is scientifically also. But they sit very straight and then they meditate. But for us, for half an hour, 1 hour sitting like this will be difficult. So in the beginners, for them, that's why recommended is service. By doing service, they will be purified. Their desires will be reduced because they are serving for Lord. We discussed until this sloka, how to becoming expert. In the beginning stage, service is recommended. There are so many services, like now Janmashtami is going to come. So many services is there for Janmashtami. Those who wants to do service on the day of Janmashtami, so the services is recommended. So many types of services like kitchen, vessel washing, transferring prasadam, big vessel will be there. Whole 2 days there, 6th and 7th whole day, the sweet prasadam serving will be there. So whole day the kitchen will be go on. So many devotees will be required. So by serving for Lord, what happens? One's desire will be purified. वो मन में गलती विचार आते वो पूरा बंद हो जाते. Then one can peacefully chant, sit and meditation. That all they can do. So now we are going to discuss about from verse number 6.5 to 6.9 the Yoga Ruda stage, which means he is expert. He doesn't need to work. Means he doesn't need to no need to do karma. लोग बोलते हैं ना हमारा कर्म हम करना है, कर्तव्य हम करना ही है. उनको कर्तव्य जरूरत ही नहीं, क्योंकि वो लोग हायर पोजीशन में चले गए. अभी जो लोग हायर पोजीशन में उनको कर्तव्य जरूरत है, तो जो भी कर्तव्य है, धर्म है, उसको पालन करना ही है. So Arjuna, Krishna told Arjuna, you have to fight. That is your duty. Kartavya, that is your duty. You cannot say I cannot fight. So Krishna told also Arjuna, if you go to you are telling that I will not fight and I will go to forest. I don't want kingdom only. In one sense, Arjuna is good person looks. Krishna is telling you have to fight. Ladai karna hi hai. Violence, Krishna is increasing violence like that. But why Krishna is telling if Arjuna goes to forest and then he will be If he doesn't get food, then he has to beg. So while begging, someone says, "Hey, जा बाहर." Beggars के लिए कोई respect नहीं देते ना. तो वे चले जाओ यहाँ से बोलते. Then someone says to Arjuna, let it become angry because Kshatriya blood is there. They cannot tolerate things. Then he will remove his sword. Karma nikal देंगे. So then you will do karma, sinful activity. So now you should not renounce your duty. You have to work. What is Arjuna's work? Fighting. The police means protect. You have to protect the citizens. Like police is there, he has to protect from those who does this criminal activities. But if he says नहीं छोड़ दो क्या छोटा सा खाने के लिए नहीं मिला इसलिए चोरी कर दिया छोड़ दो उनको I feel very sympathy. So leave him. Then he should not come in that job only. You are not fit to do this police job. Like military also. Opposite वाले आ गया गन लेके मर जाएंगे वो छोड़ दो फिर he will shoot him, right? So his duty is that he has to protect citizens. So Arjun, that's why Krishna told you have to do your duty. You cannot leave. So then who can leave? That Krishna is going to explain. So if somebody doesn't do any work, what will happen? Their mind will trouble them. There is a saying in English, idle mind, devil worship. You heard? Idle mind is devil worship. आपको कुछ काम नहीं मतलब मन बहुत घूमते बहुत गलती विचार आते क्या करना है ये करना है बट किसी को कुछ सेवा में लगा दिया ना तो कुछ मन घूमता नहीं इतना so because his mind is not pure. So today we are going to discuss what is this mind, where it is, why it is troubling us. Everyone wants to know this. Everyone likes mind मतलब क्या है मेडिटेशन मतलब सबको अच्छा लगता है बट क्यों करना है क्या करना है समझता नहीं. Today we will discuss. Please repeat after me. Uddharet atmanatmanam natmanam avasya dayet atmaiva hi atmano bandhu atmaiva ripuratmana. One must deliver himself with the help of his mind and not degrade himself. The mind is the friend of the conditioned souls and his enemy as well. So mind is friend also, enemy also. When he is friend and when he is enemy, we will discuss that. So last session we saw about that beginners has to work because their mind is not pure. But those who are expert, means they practiced the yoga and they become expert, then they can stop the work and they have to now focus on controlling the mind. If you don't work, then what is the problem? The mind will trouble once. So that's why the yogis say control the mind. वो मेडिटेशन किसके लिए करते? ध्यान करते ना ऐसा नहीं बैठ के सोते वो लोग. They have to focus on enjoyment. Focus on God, Paramatma. They focus with the full attention. Once they focus means it's a 1 point focus बोलते. वो लेंस में ये कहते हैं ना एक्सपेरिमेंट तो सनलाइट को लेंस में लगा कि मैच स्टिक रखते व्हाट यू कॉल दैट एक्सपेरिमेंट दैट मैच स्टिक विल बर्न क्या लेंस है वो so that you do it has to be focused on that one place. So like this their focus will be on one place, that is God. They focus. So far it is very difficult now as you are students, many are maybe some might have been working. But you see, if you want to study, how much the mind troubles. Except the book, the mind goes everywhere. आप पढ़ाई करते करते 1 घंटे भी हो गया, but एक क्वेश्चन भी हमको याद नहीं. Because of the problem of the mind. Mind is not pure. So much troubling. So what is the mind? One devotee nicely explained what is the mind. Mind. Mind means M for magnifying the problem. कभी देखा छोटा प्रॉब्लम भी रहते मन इतना बड़ा कर देते. कोई तो ऐसा चेयर कीचड़ हैगा तो आवाज आ जाते परेशान हो जाते इतना क्यों आवाज करे आपको बुद्धि नहीं है क्या है सिंपल थिंग द चेयर मे बी नॉट गुड बट मन इतना परेशान हो जाते तो छोटा भी कुछ प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है वो उसको प्रॉब्लम बना देते माइंड. इट्स अ मैग्नीफाइंग मीन्स जूम करते हैं ना मोबाइल में आपको दूर है मतलब जूम करते बड़ा करते वैसा प्रॉब्लम छोटा प्रॉब्लम उसको जूम करके बड़ा कर देते. Because of this person only, you are not happy. उनको उड़ा दो. So mind makes this. This is magnifying the problem. Then I for imagining pleasure. उधर संतुष्टि नहीं है, पर लोगों को लगता है उसमें ही संतुष्टि है. अभी दारू पीते, you see drunkard. Is it smell good first of all? कुछ लोग पी के आगे हमको लगता है ना, अरे दूर जाओ, because it smells bad first of all, and it tastes good. बिना कुछ क्या बोलते हैं उसको, साइड डिश, वो अंदर नहीं जाएगा. ये खाने पीने तुरंत कुछ खाना है उनको, नहीं मतलब इतना मुश्किल है उनको. लाइक दवाई खाते हैं ना, कुछ दवाई इतना कड़वा रहते हैं, खाने के लिए भी तकलीफ होते हैं, तुरंत पानी डाल देते हैं. सो लाइक दिस मच ट्रबल सम दे थिंक दैट इज गोइंग टू गिव मी प्लेजर. Exactly what happens according to science, when one food takes intoxication, their brain will not work. इनको बुद्धि नहीं चलता है, इंटेलिजेंट also will not work. So he doesn't know what is going on, he forgets. He thinks that is happiness. कुछ लोग नाचते, देखा रहेगा, he will become a different personality only. Say I am in heaven. थोड़ा सा दारू पिएंगे, heaven में पहुंच जाते, स्वर्ग में चले जाएंगे. So they think that is a pleasure. Like smoking. So when Prabhupada was in Western country, that time he saw one ad. Somebody is smoking, cool, it is written. So Prabhupada commented, he is smoking fire and he is telling cool. How it is possible? So people, but the person who drinks, you see, वो पीने के बाद वो अंदर जाके इतना दुखता है, लोग चिल्लाते भी दुखता है अंदर. It is a kind of poison only it is. After he drinks, the stomach pulls, the nerves, everything troubles. तो ज्यादा पिएंगे मतलब प्रॉब्लम हो जाते, क्या लिवर प्रॉब्लम हो जाते. स्मोक ऑल्सो, when someone smokes, cancer, tobacco, everything you see some kind of problem only. Any pleasure you take, there is problem is there. But mind thinks this is only giving me pleasure. This one woman that gives me pleasure, I have to somehow marry her. Otherwise, if that woman is not somehow he is unable to marry, then he will die. It commits suicide, right? So he thinks that only gives me pleasure. No mother, I don't want. Father, anyone, I don't want. I don't want. I want only that girl. Or the girl may think, I want that boy. I want to marry him. Such a mind makes that things. It is not something very important, but it thinks this is very important to me. Then and for neglecting opportunity. Who can say? Who can give example for this neglecting opportunity? It neglects the right opportunity. For petty things, like for example, come to temple, you say someone, कौन मंदिर जाएंगे, हाँ, कौन मंदिर जाएंगे, क्या क्या बोलने वाले ये लोग, ये नहीं वो नहीं, थोड़ा संतुष्ट है वो भी चले जाएंगे, वैसा बोलते रहेंगे. So right opportunity it neglects. Now like students you have to study now, but mind what you say, मूवी जाएंगे, क्रिकेट चालू हो गया 2020, बाद में मार्क भी 20 आएगा फिर. That right time we don't use, the opportunity we will miss. The mind tells this is we have to focus now. Leave the study. ये सेमेस्टर नहीं, अगला सेमेस्टर है, इतना सेमेस्टर है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है, स्कूल नहीं ना, कॉलेज मतलब we can go ahead. Arrears will be there, that is fine. So it neglects the opportunity. Right opportunity it never chooses. It chooses only wrong opportunity. We will see why that is. D for denies reality. No one will accept I am suffering. Everyone thinks I am happy. और आई विल बिकम हैप्पी. अभी संतोष नहीं, ये करूंगा मुझे संतोष मिल जाएगा, ये करूंगा संतोष मिल जाएगा. अभी पढ़ाई कर रहा हूँ, अच्छा कॉलेज मिल जाएगा, अच्छा कॉलेज मिलेगा, अच्छा जॉब मिलेगा, फिर आई कैन मैरी. वंस आई गेट मैरी, आई कैन गेट हाउस, बाइक, दिस दैट. तो सब मिल गया, अभी क्या पता नहीं, संतुष्ट नहीं, सेटिस्फैक्शन नहीं. सो इट डजंट नो व्हाट इज द रियलिटी. व्हाट इज द रियलिटी, व्हाई वी आर नॉट हैप्पी. ओके, huh? Yeah, we are not body, we are soul. But why we are not happy?
We are trying to find happiness in material.
Yeah. That is what body. We are trying to give happiness to body only. We are not carrying the soul. Reality is we are soul, we are not body. Let's say people have everything, but still why they are not happy? Because of the reality they don't know. They think the reality I am the body. So this is one devotee have given that abbreviation, what is mind? According to slogan is, one must deliver himself the help of his mind and not degrade himself. So mind, if someone controls it, then one can elevate. If someone doesn't control, he can goes down also. Some people do proper activity. Some people do wrong activity, drinking, smoking, women, whatever, whatnot, everything. Some people, they neglect this. So one should engage the mind in proper activity. So why the mind is so much wandering or so much trouble it is giving, because of we are giving wrong input. So how the mind will get wrong input? Very likely.
2 hours.
Yeah, through our how?
By hearing, smell.
So 5 sense we have, right? So 5 sense will accept 5 types of input. By seeing, someone is watching wrong movie, which should not be seen, that he is seeing. जाके mind में store हो जाते. Hearing, wrong activity, and then eating something which should not be eaten. So like this, with 5 senses, one can give 5 wrong input. So everything will go and sit in mind, and then it troubles. So what is right input? Like say, seeing darsana, taking darsana of Lord through eyes, hearing about Lord through ears, chanting the Lord's name through tongue. So same senses we can use. So this is giving right input to the mind. By giving right input, then mind also will become peaceful. Otherwise, बहुत विचलित हो जाते मन भी. So once gives wrong input, then what happens? The mind will become very weak. Weak in the sense it will be easily addicted to wrong habits. कुछ लोग कॉलेज जाते हैं तुरंत सारा गलती हैबिट्स आ जाते हैं उनको सारा चीज, बिकॉज ऑफ माइंड इज वेरी वीक. उनको क्या चाहिए क्या नहीं चाहिए उसको नहीं मालूम, तो इसलिए मन तुरंत गलती चीज को पकड़ लेते. और क्या कॉन्फिडेंट उनको नहीं रहते. वो कुछ अभी एग्जाम आ गया मतलब पूरा उनको हिल जाते. एग्जाम आ गया, कुछ इंटरव्यू में जाके यू हैव टू टॉक नो. In interview, you have to do one-to-one interview. So much fear because of no confidence and no determination also. You may take the wow, right? अभी एग्जाम के लिए एक ही हफ्ते है. हर रोज में 5 घंटे पढ़ाई करूंगा, बस होते ही नहीं वो एक दिन भी. सिर्फ एग्जाम को एक दिन पहले वो होता है. Because we don't have determination. Whatever you decided, you have to apply it. That is not possible because of no confidence. Because of wrong input you have given to the mind. Mind will become less determined, then it will become fearful. These are all problem of giving wrong input to the mind. So what is an advantage of giving right input to the mind? अभी अच्छा input देंगे mind को, मतलब अभी से हम देखा ना, seeing, taking darshan of Lord, that is eyes, that is right input. Hearing about Lord through our ears, talking or chanting or taking prasadam about Lord, that is through tongue. So by this what happens? Mind will become determined. One can focus on the plan whatever you made. 5 hours I will study now without any difficulty. Because mind को अभी शुद्ध हो, if the mind becomes clean, then you can focus peacefully. Mind doesn't trouble you. Otherwise you will be in trouble, mind also will be in trouble. मन को भी पता नहीं क्या चाहिए, ये ले लो वो ले लो ये ले लो वो ले लो, ऐसा ही परेशान करते ही रहते. And it will become very strong. If someone comes and take wine, smoke, mind say no. It will become very strong. Otherwise, weak-minded means he'll accept. Wrong mind means right mind means he can discriminate. ये अच्छा है क्या, अच्छा नहीं है क्या, ये गलती है क्या नहीं गलती, उसको discriminate कर सकते. Then concentration. Everyone wants that concentration, especially students. जॉब जा रहे भी वो भी concentrate करना चाहिए जॉब में, नहीं मतलब कुछ तो बैठे रहेंगे काम भी नहीं होएगा. So if concentration power will increase. So by giving this right input, these many good things will happen. Then memory power. It is said photographic memory. सुना है कुछ होगा? Photographic memory मतलब अभी वो एक बार फोटो निकाल देंगे, 10 दिन के बाद आप देखेंगे वो सारा चीज रहेगा वैसा ही एक बार आपको सुन लिया, कुछ पढ़ाई कर लिया, वैसा वो मन में बैठ जाते हैं, कभी भी आपको रिकवर कर सकते हैं. It won't get corrupt. Like memory card corrupt हो जाते, वैसे नहीं है. So that for this all good things will happen. But the problem is why this mind is degrading because of this. What yuga it is? Kali Yuga. The Kali Yuga it is very worst yuga in one sense. Everything degrades. One's memory power, one's character, one lies, everything degrades here. One easily will be stuck up in this material world. मतलब Maya बोलते हैं उसको. Maya means which is not. It doesn't give happiness, but I think that only give me happiness. I am not this body, but I think I am this body. I have to give enjoyment to this body only. So this is called Maya. So this Kaliyuga, everything is the culture is not there. Health also will not be good. बच्चे लोग भी रहेंगे 3 साल 4 साल उनको भी चश्मा चाहिए. But in see some 100 years, 50, 60 years, maybe you can see in your grandmother types of time also. Even though they are old, I remember my grandmother, she used to cook also. When he was 70 also, she used to lift that vessel all. That much strength was there. But now, even in 40, 50 years, people are getting heart attack. 30 years also, they are getting heart attack. Because the health is also not good. Because the food what we are eating also doesn't have any strength. Because everything goes down in Kali Yuga. That's why it is very difficult to keep the mind pure. But still it is possible. So next verse we discuss that how we can keep the mind pure. What is the path or easiest way? So this verse also very important verse. Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivadmana jitaha anatmanastu satrutve vartitatmaiva satruvat. For him who has conquered the mind is the best of friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. So who is, when the mind is friend? Huh?
Control the mind.
If you control the mind, then it is friend. If the mind is not controlled, then the mind will control you. Then it is enemy. मन हमको हमेशा गलती चीज ही बताते. जाओ मूवी अभी तो एग्जाम रहेगा बताते बाहर जाके आएंगे थोड़ा हवा लेके आएंगे something like that. Go here, go there, watch movie, go with friends. It is not good actually because the mind troubles us. That's why this mind is enemy, it is said. So we'll see next verse. So this enemy is undetected enemy is very dangerous, isn't it? If you know who is your enemy, then you can be little bit away from him, or you can take some precaution. I am going this side, that fellow house is there only, he may beat me also. But if you don't know enemy only, then how it will be? It is very difficult. The mind is within us only, and we don't know only that he is the enemy and he is troubling us. And we are keeping full faith on him, that he is good person only. Whatever he says, we are listening. मन ने हमको सब कुछ बता दे, ये करो वो करो सब कुछ. Actually, intelligent has to tell, but intelligent also corrupted because of mind. So we discussed that how mind is enemy, because the mind is uncontrolled, it is enemy. The mind is controlled, is friend. So how to control that we will discuss. So already we discussed this also. Mind is uncontrolled because of we are giving wrong input. If you give wrong input, the mind will become uncontrolled. But when you start giving right input, then it comes to control. कभी भी बोलते हैं ना स्टेयरिंग टूट गया मतलब वो कंट्रोल में ही नहीं रहते. आप कितना भी घुमाओ कुछ भी करो वो एक ही दिशा में ही जाएगा. So like this, the mind should be controlled. So if you give wrong input, then it will become enemy and it will not be controlled. Then what happens? It gives disasters. It gives trouble only. Finally, it will so much troublesome it will become. So if you give right input, then it will become friend. Then it is easy to control the mind. Then by this one become bliss, happy. One gets peace. So when we can say someone enemy, what enemy will do for us? Huh? कोई तो बताए. Troubles us, harms us. He always thinks bad about us. In one side, he said he destroys us finally. If you happy, he will suffer. अरे इनको संतुष्ट मिल रहा है. If you suffer, then he will be happy. So that is enemy, it is said. So like this person is there within us. That's why we are troubling. But if he is friend, if you suffer, he also suffer. अरे दोस्तों ऐसा हो गया. If you are happy, he will be happy. He always think good about us. That's why we have to make the mind friend. So if you hear the mind, then he will give you wrong way only. So we should not hear mind. We should hear Arjuna also was hearing his mind only. That's why he told, I will not fight. Fighting is bad. Everything he told. Then finally what he said, I don't know what to do. We hear minds, then mind troubles lot. So much input he will give, then we execute all the input, and finally we find we are very much not happy only. Like this happened to Arjuna also. He told we should not fight, we should be compassionate. And if you by killing them, we will go to hell. So many things he told us. He told Krishna only. He taught God. Then he told, I am unable to, I don't know what to do. So I will surrender unto you. He accepted Krishna as Guru. Then he heard Krishna, then he became happy. Then he fought, then he executed. So that's why we should not hear mind, we should hear Guru, teacher. So now, I will show you one video. It is thoda bada video hai wo. But here it is made by devotees. Speaker or wire side. Ah. So we will discuss about that how this mind is, and who is this mind, how he troubles. Do you know what is mind means actually? We discussed in some 2 class before what exactly the mind is. Mind is what body? Subtle body. Subtle means we cannot see. That is subtle body. So we cannot see the mind only. So how we can detect the enemy? So this mind is there within us and he troubles a lot. So then this video, let the speaker comes. I will show you that clip. Until that we will see this verse. For one who has conquered the mind, the super soul is already reached. So if somebody is conquered the mind, means controlled the mind. So he has understood God. He has reached God only, in one sense. Even though he is in this world, he understood what is God and who am I, everything he understood. To such a man, happiness and distress, heat and cold, honor and dishonor are all the same. It doesn't bother whether I am happy or distressed. It is only focus on God only. हमको लगता है ना बहुत गर्मी लग रहा है मतलब हमको ठंडी चाहिए है ना एसी में बैठते बहुत ठंडी हो गया मतलब हीटर लगाते बट फॉर हिम डजंट मीन इवन इट इज हीट आल्सो कोल्ड आल्सो एंड एवरीवन वांट्स टू बी रेस्पेक्टेड somebody is not giving respect then he will be in anxiety but for the person who controlled the mind for him nothing disturbs someone respect me or doesn't respect me no I don't mind for him everything is same because our mind is not controlled. We think this fellow is not respecting me. Teacher may think student is not respecting me. Student may think teacher is not understanding me. So because of this, all this problem is due to the mind. Because of this uncontrolled mind, one sees everything as problem. कुछ लोग बहुत परेशान में रहते हैं सब कुछ उनको प्रॉब्लम ही है early morning he gets up from there it starts I woke up late while going office बाइक पंचर हो जाएगा फिर उधर जाएंगे मैनेजर सब कुछ उनका इतना परेशान हो जाते ऐसे लोग आप देखकर रहेंगे ना सब कुछ उनको प्रॉब्लम रहेगा एक लंबा हो रहा है ठीक है इस साइड रखेंगे इस साइड कीप दिस साइड I will play the video. You see carefully. I'll ask some questions from there.
mind is the friend of oneself, and mind is the enemy of oneself. So you have to train the mind. If I train my mind for becoming my friend, then my life is successful. If I train my mind to become my enemy, then my life is unsuccessful. Even they have no mind to hear. You chant loudly, Hare Krishna, they will hear. Their mind will be there.
So in the beginning, the mind was not ready to listen, right? Like we want to come to temple also sometimes. Mind doesn't allow. But it wants to ready to go for other things, wherever movie or roaming, that mind likes. So who helped this? Means who is troubling the mind here? Kali. So what do you think Kali means? Huh?
Senses, our sense.
Sense. You said right only. Sinful. Nice. Sense enjoyment. So the Kali will come and use this type of enjoyment only. So mind likes that only. In the beginning, the mind, even though he wants to work, the mind, the Kali came and shown so many things like advertisement, wine, woman, wealth. www.gotohell.com, you can say. So this thing only the mind will give. Woman, sir, wine is good. So mind wants to go there only. Even though he was working peacefully, and the mind came and, the Kali came and allured. The mind wants to go behind. He was working and he also went. Like this, and we are also distracted. The right thing we want to do, but mind doesn't allow. But then how the mind listened? Means who interfered in that life? Guru. One devotee came. First he gave Bhagavad Gita. So he read like you are hearing now. Then he came and gave chanting bead, jap in it. So this Kali Yuga also the best process and easiest process, which we will see next class also. The easiest process is given is chanting. Tukaram Maharaj said same thing. Hari Mukhe Menam, Hari Mukhe. He also told, chant the name of Lord Hari. We also chant here, you know, right? The mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. By chanting this mantra, our mind will be controlled. Beginning, the mind was telling, no, don't chant, don't take the bag. So finally, he chanted, then he told the mind also. Then mind also started chanting. So once the mind also, that means, which means the mind is controlled. Then he was peacefully doing his work, everything. So that time again the Kali came. So mind only rejected now. Well, mind is controlled. So hope you like this video. So we will end here. I want to just, every one of you sign. If not, please put your attendance. And we are going to celebrate 6th and 7th Janmashtami. So how many of you would like to do some services? So I said one link. If somebody is not there in group, WhatsApp group, I said there. So if you want to, okay, I will share that group also.